Hey everybody, it's Jochen Heiden, and I'm back with the Italian versus Heiden campaign, February 15th, 1942. The biggest thing I'm concerned about at this point is what are the American carriers going to do today? It's always like a guessing game where they go, what they're going to hit, and I feel like I'm always one step behind. But I moved my fighters to where I thought he might... Oh, I swear to God, if we get... Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, we need to stop doing that. Yep, I think he's gonna hit Sakhalin. So I put some fighters there to see if we could stop that. Let's see if we guessed right today. Just working on these dot bases over here. All right. Let's see what happens here. I think he's definitely gonna hit. I think he's definitely gonna hit Sakhalin. Let's see if we got it right today. Oh, more P-39s came in. Okay, well, let's see if we can do something about them. Nope. Well, maybe yes. And while the zeros were there, they noticed the Wasmuth sinking. Wasmuth. This should be enough of sweeping here to get rid of these P-39s. There we go. All right. So we've neutralized the enemy fighters over Pago, so when our strike goes in today, we won't have to worry about it. Okay, I'm bombing this base because we're attacking this turn. And I want to soften up this KNIL regiment. That's going to help a lot. Finally got a raid off on Baton today. We really need to get this base damage back up to 100. There we go. Big hits here and supply hits. That's the key. This is the most important thing right now. All right, cool. Full deck strike, and the P-39s are a non-factor here. Okay, let's see what we get. Yeah! All right. You know, we're hitting more stuff today, guys. Not having great success here. Lawrence, good. Another destroyer hit. It's bad weather here, but I think it's still going to help. Cool. Now another Lawrence hit. Santa Barbara, cool. That's a big one. Hammond. Hammond again. That's gonna kill it. That thing took damage last turn. Mustin. Yeah, we're missing a lot here because the weather's kind of bad. Santa Barbara again. Lawrence again. I'm wondering if he's pulled a lot of ships out of port, guys. I'm not seeing a lot of new ships getting hit. Yeah, Santa Barbara again. Alright, I think we get the point. Okay, well, 3 more destroyers are sunk. The Santa Barbara sunk. There you go. I think we've kind of hit the limit of what we're going to be able to get in Pago. Either we've sunk it all, or he's pulled these ships out of port and we can't see them. So, I think that's it. I think it's time to go now. Hey, bombing here because we're going to attack here this turn. Pretty decent hit. And hitting Chang shot today, but unfortunately, heavy rain. Oh, I don't even know what this is about. I think I forgot about this. Or maybe I didn't. Sweet. Okay. I think we're counterattacking these guys today, so this is probably just softening them up. So what do you think the American carriers are going to hit today, guys? I'm really hoping they go for Sakhalin. I hope so. Nice, nice. Good. More airbase hits. Baton. Good. Hey, no flak. There's no flak firing. Ooh, that's what I want to see. Notice how we're destroying squads now and not disabling them? This is telling me that all of his squads are now disabled, and we're just eating into them now. Okay. That's more ships sinking. I'm assuming that's at Pago. So now, American carriers didn't strike yet. Let's see where they go. I'm really hoping to go for Sakhalin. Come on. Wow. Okay, basically everything's canceled. Nope, he's going for Sapporo. Dang it! Ah! I guessed wrong, guys. He's gonna hit Sapporo. Dang it. I have ships in port there. Hopefully he just goes for something else, but... it's like a moving guessing game every time he comes in there where he's gonna hit. There it is. It's a port strike. Nope, I take it back. It was a resource strike. Dang it. I just can't cover every possible place he can hit. Dang it. Oh, I'm so sick of these stupid American carriers. They're wrecking my campaign. Well, there it is. I guessed wrong, guys. So sick of these carriers. Alright, land combat. Bombardment Clark. He's still shooting back, so he ain't done. And look at all these units. Bombardment Tatung. And a deliberate attack here, guys. I think we're going to break through. Oh, there's no way we don't win here. Yeah. Nice. And once again, we push these guys back. Let's head back to Nanning again. That's good. Pinseong, these guys are completely out of AV, so this will be easy. Cool. Bombardment Malang. Not much to see here. And here we go. Deliberate attack. These guys are going to fold up like a suitcase. Got it. That'll be worth some points. Allied bombardment to Woomba. Okay. And we'll clean up some dot bases here. Alright, guys. Let's take a look at the damage. Aircraft losses today, 7 for the Allies, 9 for me. That's pretty typical. Ship sunk, though. Saying the Sims at Tanjungsalor? I don't know if that's accurate. That makes no sense. Why would the Sims be at Tanjungsalor? I mean, real quick, let me just take a look if there's some sort of report of the Sims being sunk at Tanjungsalor. No. It doesn't make any sense. Montgomery reported had been sunk. Pago. Wasmuth on the 50th. Yeah, I don't know where that Sims things came back, so I wouldn't trust that to be accurate. Either way, though, we are exacting quite the toll on him at Pago, and there's a lot more ships sinking than what we're hearing right now. Unfortunately, his strat points went up a bit, so the denominator continues to grow, and that does not help our ratio. So, Allied carriers are sitting off here. I thought he was going to go for Toyohara, where I have 2 squadrons, but he hit Sapporo. And I just can't seem to pick the right place to be. Every turn, he can hit so many different bases, and I don't have enough fighters to cover all of it, so there's no way to know. There's no way to know where he's going to hit, right? So, what can I do? I'm just stretched out to the max, and I just can't cover everything. In China, however, these guys are now fully enclosed, so that's great. And I don't know if you realize that happened to them. I'm going to send these guys back up to Yan'an. Been trying to take this base for a couple turns, but it hasn't been happening, so I guess we'll just have to deliberate it. Yeah, there you go. Now we're in a position where we have a lot of Chinese units trapped, and I'm not going to kill them because I don't want them to die. I want them to live so that we can do more damage to him. You know, so they don't respawn in Chungking. That's what I meant to say. All these units that are trapped here, they're going to stay there because they can't get out. He would have to open the hex site for them to be able to get out, and he can't do that. Okay, over here, we're in this hex now, so we're going to go into combat mode, and let's go ahead and bombard and see what exactly he's got here, because I don't really know. But either way, we're slowly closing these hex sites up and preventing him from being able to get anywhere further south. We're pushing him in a direction. Up here, I've got quite a bit of forces now. Some tank regiments. Oh, that guy's moving out. That guy's moving out. Oh, this thing is not combat effective at all. So let's put these guys... Well, I can't do this. Let's take these guys out because they're not in any position to fight. They're too disabled. These guys are. Cool. So now I got a division and some change and some armor. I think we're waiting on another armor unit to get in there. Yeah, this tank regiment. And maybe in about 2 turns we'll try to attack in here to work our way into Lanchow. And I'm also recombining this 40 1st Division. I think what I'm going to do, so we don't exceed the stacking limit, is I'll attack with just these guys. And see what we can do with that. Let's see here. This division is looking at a shock attack. I'm going to stop these guys' movement and reset it so they don't go in without them. There we go. So we're going to attack here in a couple turns and try to dislodge this unit. I've got a couple mixed brigades here and a division and an armor unit coming in there as well. Next turn we attack here. So we're going to recombine all these guys and go into deliberate attack mode. Rebuild, deliberate attack, rebuild, deliberate attack. And we'll break through here and continue on towards other places. Okay, but beat these guys back here. This unit has moved into this hex. My guess is that I actually don't know where they're going. That's a threat. But I do have this division here, the 15th Division, is available to respond to this depending on the direction these guys move in. But I'm going to keep this guy moving just to make sure he doesn't open any hex sides, and if he does, I can close it behind him. And we won here, so I'm going to take up this space that we just created and pursue him into the next hex. And maybe we can get into Nanning at this point. We'll see. Okay, in Burma, trying to kill this unit. It's not happening very fast. Still taking forever to get out of into Lashio, but he's pulling out of Lashio, which is fine with me. Imperial Guards is just moving at the speed of death. So maybe 2 more turns for them. I don't really know why. Oh, there's a trail right there. That's why. That's kind of dumb. That's slowing us down. Some activity at Chittagong. Okay, Sumatra we're not messing with right now. I do want to hit Palembang, but there's fighters. There's fighters there. I don't know where they came. Oh, he's moved fighters from Balikpapan to Palembang. So I think next turn we're gonna hit him with 3 fighter squadrons to see if we can reduce them. Okay, over here on Java, we're looking good. This unit needs a few more days to cross through and close that hex side. These guys are moving in. These guys are moving in. This tank regiment is not required here, so we're going to move it there because I need it somewhere else. I need to unload that unit there. I've got some more stuff relocating here. Okay. All right. In Philippines. Finally got some hits on Baton. We're going to hit it again next turn to get that back to 100%. At Clark, still just status quo here. We're not really getting any... We're not really making a huge amount of progress with this. But again, it's only February. This stuff doesn't usually resolve till May or June. So we're doing okay with that. I got a bunch of other units into this hex. Let me go ahead and put them back in the correct mode before I forget. Alright, and then this unit goes into upgrade that. And we're currently in the process of trying to rebuild this unit, get these disablements down. Once they're down, I'm going to send it back into Clark to hold this down, and I'll pull the division out to recover, and then we'll bring it all back in and attempt to take this place in the next month or so. All right, so it looks like cancel load supplies. We're going to be invading Cebu next turn. I want to get some recon on this, see what exactly is there. I believe it's an entire regiment. So we'll check that. I'll send these guys up to Batangas. And then we only got 2 bases left to conquer, and then the Philippines is done. I'm also moving on Cotabato, or Basilan, and Jolo now as well. All right. As I said, enemy fighters have vacated Balikpapan and appear to have moved to Palembang, and we'll try to hit them there next turn. We already talked about Java. Australia, I got this tank regiment packed up, and we're going to send it back down here to assist. Still has a lot of fighters at Brisbane. I am still recovering my fighter forces. We have a lot of disabled aircraft. I'm probably going to go after him again next turn. I might send Chitose and Tynan in there again. They did pretty good last time, and they're more or less at full strength. Actually, you know what? We could send these guys too, because they're basically rebuilt with some really good pilots in them. Yeah, we're going to hit them again at Brisbane next turn, guys. Why not? Let's get it one more time. Submarines in Sydney, huh? Interesting. I think I know where those subs came from. They were probably hitting Noumea with the mines. Okay, working on capturing these dot bases here. And we're just going to keep working our way up here to try to figure out where his recon's coming from, although I do believe it's Pago at this point. All right, so we hit Pago again, and now there are no longer any ships left in port. So my guess is that he's pulled them out and they've retreated. That's it. There's nothing else worth hitting at this point. So GIGABYTE is going to head back to Noumea, I believe. We can go to Noumea. Because that's a base that has enough supply to restock the aircraft that are depleted. Oof. I need to be careful with that. So we're going to go ahead and put that back to Noumea. But what they're going to do is meet with GIGABYTE, refuel it, and then they can retreat. And there it is. Yep, that's the turn. We just got to keep driving, guys. What are some of the big stuff? We got to capture all this stuff and China, and then we really need to make some progress here in Australia, because I don't really know what else I could do for points at this point. We need to break through here and at least reduce this, and then we have a chance of doing something else later on. Yeah, but it's going to be a tough battle. The entire Australian Army and the British 18th Division are all here. Catch you on the next one.